The live question around Pierce Charles is no longer whether bigger clubs admire him. According to Sky Sports, there is optimism that Sheffield Wednesday and Manchester City can reach a deal, and that makes this a proper test of the new regime's first summer. Can Wednesday sell from a position of recovery rather than desperation? That distinction matters at Hillsborough. Arise Capital, led by David Storch, did not inherit a normal relegated club with a few tweaks to make. They inherited a club that finished bottom of the Championship, had just come through a takeover after Deshfon Chansiri, and now has to build a League One squad almost from the floor up. David Bruce is in as CEO, Simon Wilson is in as sporting director. Henrik Pedersen needs players who can handle the division straight away. Ricardo Santos, Callum Slattery and Geordie Liongola are already through the door, and Svante Ingelsson has gone to Stoke City. This is not cosmetic change. It is the beginning of a new operating model. Charles sits right in the middle of that. He is young, talented, already capped by Northern Ireland, and he has shown enough in the Championship for a club like Manchester City to see long-term value. He also has only 1 year left on his contract, and that is the awkward bit Wednesday cannot wish away. Potential is powerful in a negotiation, but contract length pulls the other way. Some will say the club should simply hold firm and demand huge money. Emotionally, that is easy to understand. After everything Wednesday have been through, losing one of the few bright young assets feels harsh. There is a weariness to it, because the supporters have already had to accept too much loss in too short a time. Relegation, squad damage, financial strain, then a rebuild sold as patience. Now, before the new season has even settled, the most sellable player may be on his way. Here is the complication though. Keeping Charles is not automatically the strongest football decision if the club cannot extend his deal. A goalkeeper with his ceiling is worth more in a stable team, behind a settled defence, with a clear development plan. Wednesday are still trying to assemble the basics. If Manchester City are serious, the question becomes how much of that value can be converted into the rebuild now, and whether a loan back can be part of the conversation. That would not remove the blow, but it could soften the football cost. The new owners have to be careful here. A cheap sale would feel like another old Wednesday mistake, the kind where weakness is priced into every conversation. But refusing to engage and then watching leverage disappear would not be strength either. The sensible line is a proper fee, add-ons that recognise Charles's upside, and ideally a structure that leaves Henrik Pedersen with a goalkeeper plan, not just a hole. My read is that Wednesday probably have to prepare for him going. The important part is what the deal says about the club now. Pierce Charles leaving Hillsborough for Manchester City would hurt, but it cannot be allowed to look like Sheffield Wednesday are still selling with the lights flickering.